Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. So today we're going to talk about the best SARMs for strength. But before we get into that, I have to reiterate that I am not a doctor. Anything I say in these videos is for your entertainment purposes only. What you do with this information is completely and utterly up to you, and I am not advising nor condoning you to use any of the things that we discuss in any way, shape, or form. So, now that we're past that, let's talk about the best SARMs for strength. Now remember, these lists are always subjective. These are my list. You might disagree with them. You might agree with them. But I have many years of experience with these and coaching, using, whatever. So I am just preparing you the list to my best ability, splitting every little hair to make any sort of separation that I possibly can, because a lot of these are very close in terms of what they will give you. And I want to, once again, I say this in all of my SARMs videos, I am not going to discuss S23, YK11, LGD 3033, things that really shouldn't be categorized as SARMs and don't belong in the SARMs category, which are more like steroids. So I don't discuss those. I don't advise those. I never really condone that use. So understand that those are not going to be listed in this video. I just want to give you that disclaimer before anybody says, well, what about S23? Well, I don't factor it in there because it really shouldn't even be a SARM, and it's my list. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on this list, as I normally do when I break these down. So let's get into it. Number 5 in terms of best SARM for strength, Nutriball MK677. You're not going to gain massive amounts of strength on any SARM like you would on a steroid. So let's understand that right away. And MK677 is not as much known for its strength as other qualities that it possesses, being very similar to HGH, all of those types of things, improving skin, helping to, kind of heal injuries, things of that nature, fat loss over time. But strength is also a part of HGH, and it's also a part of MK677, and that's why it goes well on this list at number 5. You will see strength increases, but just understand MK677 is not something for impatient people, just like HGH is not. These things take time, and it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to see drastic strength increases right away, and even at the point that you do see strength increases, it's not going to be drastic, but it will be gradual and it will be continuous. So you have to understand what you're using and understand and have the right mindset on what you should be expecting when it comes to MK677 Nutriball. Number 4, RAD140, also known as Testolone. In 4 and 3, you could really swap. You're kind of splitting hairs on that one as well, but RAD140, extremely good for strength, lean muscle gain, endurance types of building, things of that nature. You will definitely see, maybe 2-3 weeks in, you'll start to see that strength increase coming in. It takes a little bit longer to work, but you will see a really good strength pop increase with RAD140, also known as Testolone. Number 3, MK2866, also known as Osterin, also known as Ostabolic. A favorite amongst many, the most versatile SARM out there, and versatility for some that don't understand what that means that it has multiple benefits. And sure, there's a lot of things that have multiple benefits, but this thing is extremely versatile, being that you can run it in a bulk, a recomp, a cut. That's versatility when you have several different options, when it's really good at so many different areas and avenues. And MK2866, like I said, it's a favorite amongst many for a good reason. Okay, the strength is one of the favorites that most people have about it, because the strength is sneaky. It's sneaky strong. It takes more like a couple weeks to get going, but you will definitely see really nice increases in strength when it comes to MK2866. Number 2, LGD 4033, also known as Anabolicum, also known as Ligandrol. Really, you're going to be like, well, how is that not number 1? Well, I'll explain when I get there. LGD is going to be the best for size of any SARM that I'm willing to discuss. And strength, it's going to be neck and neck with number 1. You really will get a lot of strength with LGD 4033. Be patient, couple 3 weeks before you really start to see it, so don't freak out and go, oh, it's not working, it's BS. It takes a little bit of time, but you will definitely see a nice, continual, and pretty, I hate to say drastic, because when I think of drastic, I'm thinking like 50 to 100 pounds on your bench press, but I can definitely tell you, you will see a really good increase on things like that. And number one, S4 androgen. You know, S4 is not anything like halotestin, so understand what I'm saying when I say this, but you know, you mostly think of bulking compounds as really good for strength. Well, halotestin on the steroid side of things is one of the best steroids for strength, but you're not going to gain any size on it. S4, you can gain nice lean muscle, but it's not a bulking, SARM. So you're looking at it going, well, how does this increase strength so much? Well, this SARM, and this is why I love pairing it with LGD4033, because one is for bulking, one is for muscle hardening and cutting, but the strength you get from both is top of the charts when it comes to SARMs. And I'm telling you right now, S4 androgen is going to be the best for strength, and you will see as you use it. Now, S4 is a little bit more quick hitting, so it's also nice when you run it with LGD4033 because the S4 is going to kick in a little bit quicker, a week to 10 days as opposed to the other ones that take a little bit longer. So you're already getting stronger quicker and then getting more strength as it goes on. So it's a really nice pairing when you're running a recomposition especially. But S4 androgen is going to be the best for strength. Now, if you're looking for quality SARMs, as everybody asks me constantly, my recommendation is esarms.com. That's where I can personally say I can vouch for them and say I'm comfortable sending you, there as a recommendation. Not saying they're the only place in existence, but that's where my comfort level is because I know, what you're getting there is going to be quality. So esarms.com if you have questions on where to go to get them. So that being said, www.isarms.com/forums. I'm also in the evolutionary forum as well as the elite fitness forum. And you can also email me, Dylan@isarms.com. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli signing off.